In this lesson we're going to look at examples of how to find the limits of sequences. So the first one here, a bird feeder is initially filled with 200 grams of birdseed. The birds eat 60% of whatever seed is in the feeder every day. Every morning thereafter the feeder is topped up with 60 grams of birdseed. If this pattern continues, how much seed is eventually in the feeder each morning after top-ups? So the first thing we want to do here is we want to write out the recurrence relation. So u of n plus 1 equals 0.4 u of n plus 60. The birds eat 60%, which means 40% is left, so you multiply our 0.4, then the top up is 60 grams of birdseed. Starting value is 200 grams up here. Now for a limit to exist, as in the last lesson, this multiplier value has to be between -1 and 1, so we have to state that. This is worth a mark and it's a must in this type of question. The next thing I always write is, because the value going in and the value coming out are going towards the same thing, which is the limit, these two things become L, which is your limit. So u of n becomes L and u of n becomes L as well. Eventually the value coming in and out are going to be exactly the same, following along the sequence. So what we do here is we let u of n be L and u of n plus 1 be L, which gives us this. Now this is an equation. We have to solve it for L to find the limit. So we've got 1L and a 0.4L here plus 60. So if we take this over the other side, we're going to get L take away 0.4L equals 60. So 1 take away 0.4 is 0.6L. If you now divide by 0.6, we'll find out what the limit is. So 60 divided by 0.6, you can put that into a calculator, but if it come up in a non-calculator paper, multiply top and bottom by 10, and you get 600 over 6, so the limit's 100. Statement at the end for a mark. So far you get a mark for this, a mark here for this statement, a mark for the limit of 100, and a mark for your statement. Now, I always do the statements the same way. Eventually, and then whatever it is you're talking about in the middle, and then settles at. So eventually the level of birdseed settles at 100 grams. If it was something different that wasn't birdseed, you would put something different in red here. An important thing to note here, it's not asked for in the question, but prior to topping up by 60 grams, the level of birdseed drops to 40 grams. So it goes down to 40, you add 60 and it goes back to 100. It's important to notice this, although it's not asked in the question, it does sometimes affect the question as we'll look at in the next example.